Hey, this is AJ Martin with the Tanager Sports Report, and I'm with my guy, Coach P. What's going on, champ?
I'm blessed and highly favored.
How you feeling, champ?
Always great. You understand what I'm saying?
First of all, I want to say congratulations on the World Championship this year with the grind session. I know it wasn't about you; it was about those kids. And man, I know it's been a second. You got a chance to let it sink in a little bit, man. How we feeling? How we feeling, Coach?
Oh man, just a chance to let it digest. I think all of the work that we had to put in was so crazy. So at the moment, I was emotional. Now I realize, like, to do it again and to match that is going to be even tougher.
Yeah.
So I think my focus I had to refocus back on recruiting what we needed to bring in. And the feeling that we had last year, that's something that you want to have every year.
Absolutely.
So we now got to put it together and compete for that every year.
Yeah, I see you've been making some moves. You talk about recruiting. I see you added a new big man to the puzzle. I've been keeping track. Tell me about this kid, man.
Yusef is amazing. Yusef currently plays for the New York Lightning EYBL team, along with current OSL players Christian Jones, Amani Ziegler, and Ja Tripp. And I just think what he brings is this year we played slow. We played slower. We still had Silas Sunday, who really wanted to run the floor, but we kind of played through him, got him a lot of touches, allowed him to do some different things. Yusef is a totally different big man. He's a rim runner. So now we go back to the speed that we once played with, able to run, block shots, do a number of things, play way above the rim. He gives us another dynamic we haven't had since about 2020.
Right. And let's talk about, you mentioned 2020. Let's take it back there real quick. First thing comes to mind, Posh, Dylan, Max. List goes on and on. How my fellas doing? I know they're still at St. John. And what's the latest with Posh?
So Posh and Dylan are doing well. Just visited with them last week. So they're back. They're really trying to get back in shape and do some different things, and they're having great success at St. John's. Now it's time to take the next step and go to the tournament. On that 2020 team, we also had Max Amadison, who was at Pitt, didn't really did everything that the coaching staff asked him to do, but didn't make it onto the floor. So it was a struggle. So this year he put his name in the portal.
Yeah,
I believe in April, and we're blessed. He's here now at OSL working out in the summer, but great and unfortunate. We happy to see him. Yeah, but he'll be leaving tomorrow. Okay. He committed to St. Bonaventure.
Nice.
So he's headed there to go to summer school. So we're very excited for him. Also on that team was Maximus Edwards.
Yes.
Who went to K-State.
Had the injury.
Yes, had the injury. Got healthy. Unfortunately, the injury sort of came back, and he had to sit out his freshman year. Right. The staff, the coach resigned at Kansas State, so the whole staff left. He ended up putting the name in the portal, but yesterday, great news, he committed to George Washington University, and he'll be playing in Atlantic 10 along with Max. Right. So very, very happy for those guys, but just giving a little bit of an update on some guys on that ball club and what they're doing right now.
So one of the things I remember, Coach, and I've been around your ball club and watched the work y'all put in over the past few years from 2020 to the championship run that you had this past year. One of the things for me that always stuck out that made you one of my favorites is your relationship with your players. It doesn't take it could be somebody outside of your circle, and it doesn't take very long to notice that special connection you have with your players. And you just mentioned that, coming back to OSL, getting in that work. How many of your guys are coming in and doing that extra work with you during the off season? How many of your guys are you seeing throughout the year?
I see as many. Obviously they're here for a short stint. Deshaun Davis came by.
Yeah.
He's doing well. Obviously, he just committed to, he was in the portal as well. He left Oregon State. He's going to play at Mississippi State. So he comes there. But we have a lot of guys. That Chuck from the 2018 team. We have Zaire Porter, who's at Weber State. He was in here this morning. Ishmael Valdez, who was in here this morning. All guys who played college and, they come back to show love. Dylan, of course. Obviously, we would love to see Jared come back, but he handling different sort of business.
Right.
And
it's all good.
And Bernard Kuma, he comes back from the 2019 team. So all of these guys come back, and they really frequent, and they come in to get to work. And basically, it's the same thing. Come to get the run in, the workout, and just basically make sure that they stay in the gym. Something that they learn from being at OSM.
Yeah. So let's talk about moving forward. You mentioned rebuilding, having that target on your back, being the champs, right? Being the hunted. Once again, what are some of the pieces? I know you're still probably in that recruiting phase. What are some of the pieces that you're still looking to add? Now you got kids that were started off being young and role players. Is probably going to have more responsibility. Christian Jones comes to mind right off the bat for me. Demir Tripp, who really played well in the Grand Christian World Championship. So what's the thought process with this team? I know you say you want to play faster. Is there a couple more pieces that you're looking to add move forward?
I definitely have to add some pieces. What we was able to do at the end of last year, we brought in 4 foreigners. Ishmael, Tao, Yao, and another kid by the name of Farouk. So the thing about really OSL that people probably don't see a lot of the times, which you probably could see if you look at us versus a lot of the other teams, is that a lot of the teams they have a lot of top 100 kids. With us, is a lot through development. It's a lot through development, gym work. This is what it basically is for us. So right now, we're developing those 4 Africans who have a really high upside.
Jonathan comes to mind. You got him.
Well, Jonathan is coming back as one of our veterans. This year, he's going to start. Him and Youssef together as a 4 and 5. It changes the dynamic because usually, you got a hybrid power forward. However, he's able to guard the wings. He's able to guard out there. He's able to do some different things because of how he moves his body. So with him coming back, it's huge. And I think right now we're recruiting. We're looking at a backup point guard and a wing who can really stretch the floor for us. Gotcha. So we got a couple of kids that we are in talks with right now. Hopefully one of those things happen that shores us up. But we got 10 guys who will be back and be able to 10 guys, not all who were back. Obviously, the foreigners didn't play. Jonathan didn't see that much time, but he has the experience, and I think he'll be ready.
Coach, before I let you go, man, we got to talk about that celebration. That had to be one of the most Yo, I still think about it to this day, yo. That joker went viral. I mean, yo, the celebration. Yo, Coach P didn't let us know that he used to step in the club. He waited till it was the right time to break out the 1-2 step on us. What's going on, Coach?
Listen. It was crazy. Listen, I gotta say this. So after we won, right, the first thing I did, right, was run over to Dan. And I walked over to Dan and I said, listen, I'm in the club now, right? I'm in the club. And I was so excited just to win. And I turned around and I saw all the kids, man.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, we worked so hard to get to this point.
Yes.
Dudes sat out. It was games where you saw dudes didn't play, and you got to discipline and all of the running and making the times and climbing the mountains and all of these things to show these kids that you are better than. You are great.
Yes.
You are worthy.
Yes.
You can be somebody. This is what that championship signified. People think it's just basketball, man. No, this is life.
Yes.
So now this accomplishment was something that they weren't sure that they could climb. I had to push. Push. And to see them feel accomplished, feel like I can achieve goals that I set out.
Right.
That is not unobtainable. You know what I'm saying? And that was the biggest part. And that's when I got emotional. When they all came around me, it was like, you knew we could do it, is what that was the first thing the kids said to me. Almost like I was keeping a secret from them. And that right there got me emotional. And then they knocking me down, picking me up, and then they're like, yo, let's dance. And I'm like, yo, listen, we don't have enough practice. Listen to me talk the whole time. I didn't realize we had an interview because it wasn't about the grind session anymore.
That's right.
It was about the family.
Yes.
We so far from home. It's all we got. Right? Yeah. And then we see Pastor losing his mind. Pastor dancing. And like, oh, we forgot to actually, we walk by faith, not by sight. So we forgot to give our thanks. So that's when we went to the circle. And we like, man, we got to really give thanks and really say, okay, like, dudes who was hurt didn't get hurt this year. Last year, Sadiku couldn't even fly. He just had surgery on his meniscus, and they were scared he was going to get blood clots. So he didn't even experience the championships last year. Last year, Silas was just coming off that high ankle sprain and was forced to play because we had Sadiku. So he wasn't himself. So it was so many things that we had to overcome. It was ridiculous. Jaquan had to get in better shape.
Yep. He had to defend. He had to learn how to guard.
So it was about the scoring this year.
Yes. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It was different roles, and that's something. And this is why, man, the grind session, man, is you put so much work in, man, and you get to that point, man. That reward is paramount. And even if you don't reach there, because I felt validated prior to this championship.
Absolutely.
And I felt like even climbing the mountain, going to the Final Four as many times as we've done, just seeing that's an accomplishment in itself, which how tough the league is, how unpredictable the league is, meaning that one day, it could be this guy that's getting it, and then the guy next to him is going to give you 30 because he's just as worthy.
Right.
So it was really, 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 really amazing, man.
Hey, Coach, man, I love you, man. I got nothing but love for you. My wife loves you. My son loves you.
Man,
the whole grind session family loves you. But I got to tell you one thing. Grind session championship, no pressure. It's in New York. It's in New York this year, Coach. Listen, I need every barrel to come out. Listen, I need all 5 that's ever messaged you like, yo, who's the commentator? I need to meet everybody. I want to know all the Chinese spots. I want to know where to get the food at. I want the plug for the shoes, everything. I want it real spicy, Coach, real spicy.
So it got to be like that because the only person I was able to walk through here was Dan and Skylar. And I'm so excited for you guys to come down to my town. I think the grind session has done a lot for me personally as well as for our Saviour Lutheran. And we're excited. Super excited to have you guys. Super excited to be able to help host the situation, man. Have you guys move around. We super excited, man. So the only pressure is, man, I gotta get there. I gotta
Exactly.
Get that Final Four again. Or, man, listen, I'm not trying to go around and just host and shake hands, man. I want to be able to be on that floor too.
Absolutely, man. Well, Coach, I'm gonna let you get back to your day, man. Enjoy your summer. Man. I know I'll see you in June. I'll be coming through, but man, I appreciate you taking time out to be on the show.
Yes, man. And if anybody who knows, man, we look forward to seeing the whole family in June, man. And we have a combine that we are doing, Grind Combine. Please check it out, man. Just a shameless plug right there.
Absolutely. All right. It's the Tanager Sports Report. Make sure you follow us. You can follow the Grind Session on Instagram. Also, Tanager Sports on Instagram. You can slide over to Twitter. The Grind Session on Twitter. Also, Tanager Sports on Twitter. Don't forget to follow OSL as well. Follow them on the social media platforms. Keep up with what's going on with them. Love, man. Love. Have a great afternoon.
Yes, man. You can follow us at OSL Basketball. Love, man.
All right, Coach.
Later.
All right, Chris, let me know if you need anything, man. I thought that one went pretty well.